You'd mentioned some of the Amazon stuff that was selling quickly, and some of the stuff you had seen historically. Are you seeing a very specific industry or type of store or anything that is selling more now? Are there some that you feel like are starting to gain traction that probably we'll see in the future being something that's listed a lot more?
Yeah, so I mean, I think in e-commerce specifically, one kind of change that happened a couple of years ago, I wouldn't say it's actually been as big a change as maybe I would have said a year or two ago, but during kind of the peak times, just pure 100% Amazon businesses were selling like hotcakes. Alongside like buyers getting a little bit more fussy about what they want these days, I think buyers do value some sales that are coming like through a Shopify store or through some other marketplace and like some spreading of risk. That said, we do still sell quite a lot of like 100% Amazon businesses. So I'd say like that's a trend, but it's not a complete switch. And then, I mean, outside of that, I mean, over the last kind of one interesting one over the last couple of years, we've sold a lot of YouTube channels,
Huh.
which is an interesting one. And kind of like people build them as like faceless YouTube channels, whether they're could be news sites or just could be on a specific topic, but with graphics instead of the person's face. They tend to be pretty cool businesses, relatively stable in terms of income. Most of the people set them up so that they're quite turnkey. They'll have a guy that does the thumbnail, someone who does the script or whatever, and quite often the seller's secret sauce is like picking the right topics and stuff like that, and they'll often stay on with the buyer to kind of help teach them that bit. But they tend to be pretty nicely productized, and some of them are quite big as well. Buyers really like them.
Huh, I didn't even know that was a thing, obviously, yeah, having a YouTube channel is a lot of times just trying to put information out for people and not trying to monetize it, but I didn't think about that. You could do it that way because it is faceless, so it's not like, a very specific person that you have to keep talking and being in front of the camera, so that's very interesting.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, exactly. And I think particularly as, over the last couple of years, a lot of sites that depended on Google for traffic have struggled with different updates and stuff like that. And I think, the YouTube algorithm has been kind of like the search engine that people have been betting on over the last few years.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, my wife has an e-commerce business, and that's probably been one of the toughest things is trying to keep up with the SEO and trying to understand, how it keeps changing. And, there's the competitors somehow will figure it out first, and then things move up and down, and you're not getting as
Mm.
much traffic, and so it can be frustrating to keep up with. So that definitely makes sense.
Thank you all for listening to Before You Buy or Sell a Business. If you found value in this episode, please follow the show, leave a positive review, and share it with someone. For more information, check out jaredwjohnson.com. We'll see you all next time.